So Michael's agreed to answer a couple of questions, if you're all cool with that. I was able to poll a couple of people. One of them, Lonnie Graham, had shared with one of the volunteers that you haven't been paid this year.
Yes.
And so first of all, really? and secondly, how can people support you? So why haven't you?
Well, you know, a lot of the art and healing, or all the art and healing, of course, is community service, because it must be a gift. And I love what I do. Penn State and different students and people came up with an idea to do a brick project in front of the mural on Heister Street. So you can buy a brick and put your family name on it, or support somebody in the mural, like a lot of people are with Joe Paterno. And you know, it's funny, I was going to do this earlier, but a lot of artists have taught me a lot of things, and I started to learn about guerrilla marketing, but I'm not sure really if I understand that correctly. But I feel like I got to stretch out a little bit here. So you can go to my website, pilatomurals.com, and find out more about that. Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's amazing that you haven't been. Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you.
So David Kapach, who is one of the folks who has worked to put this together, he wanted to know if you could paint any wall anywhere, what would it be and why?
You know, I met Aung San Suu Kyi in Burma, and met so many incredible, inspirational people there through hippie media and the Partnership for Change. I would love to do one there about Aung San Suu Kyi and the people that surround her. But also, I would love to do a TED mural of all the amazing TED speakers. As you can see today, the inspirational people, it just kind of makes sense. That's the stuff.
Eli wants to know, how do you balance doing what you love with having to make a living?
You know, that's a question that I don't think there's an answer to. You don't really make a living. So if you're in school, prepare yourself for hard. Yuri and I, you know, we pretty much live in our studios wherever we are, and a lot of times we're taking our showers above toilets with water, hot water over our heads. But it's really the stories that you saw there. If you ever get a mural tour, that's really, to me, no money in the world could pay for what that does, and it's in my heart. It's what I have to do. So, you know, my family, the people that have struggled because of the financial gain, I think, or non-gain, I think that they realize that I have to do what I do.
So you mentioned the Public Art Academy. What exactly is that, and what do you do with it?
Well, the Public Art Academy, we're now designing lesson plans for around the world. And what happened was, in Norway, we were lucky enough to work with Folken High School, and we brought 40 kids from Norway to the United States. We did a mural with them there in street art style. They came to Manhattan, and they worked with famous graffiti artists and learned some more techniques. And then they came to State College, and they taught the students here at the Delta program what they had learned in stencil style thing. They taught them people about Max Manus, Ibsen, people from their country that we don't necessarily learn about. And the kids in the school here taught them about people they thought were inspirational. So it was like the children teaching the children. And so on the world mural, when you scroll your mouse over a doorway that's empty, that doorway will open up, and you'll see what all the schools around the world and what the kids are trying to teach us and what they're doing. So that's part of what it is. Also, apprentices coming out with us and working on the murals. You know, our apprentices that we had in Williamsport are now professional mural artists and going out to do great things. And with our students, we don't really want to inspire them to be artists. We want to inspire them to be whatever they want to be, you know.
That's cool.
And stuff.
So I noticed when Sean put his hand up, and I noticed in a lot of others, there's a heart in the middle. Is that the shape of the hand, or is that heart?
And sometimes that happens.
Is that
I
an
love
intention?
that.
Yeah, that's not intentional.
No, that's not intentional.
That's
just,
really cool.
Yeah, it's our human nature, you know. And Yuri, he says it so beautifully about the world mural, you know. He says, when people ask him, you know, what's the world mural about? He says it's about love. We all love the same around the world. It truly is about love, you know.
Were there any unexpected stories? I mean, there must have been, but what are some of your favorite, as you're painting somebody, you've chosen somebody, what are some of the unexpected stories that might have come out?
You know, when at the end there, when Sean, we gave each other 5.
Yeah.
Like a really funny, a great story is when a little boy came up, after he did it, he was so excited, and he ran up to his dad, and he gave his dad 5 on the thing, and his dad put his handprint in his jacket, and that was kind of nice. Another kid, we were painting at the one side of the mural, painting his hand, and with small children, when you're painting their hands, you help them place it, and he broke away, and he ran up the whole way up the mural, and put his handprint right in the center of the Nittany line on the mural, and his fingers made every point of the hair. And I screamed, "Oh my God, Michelangelo!"
That's awesome.
But I mean, that's a hard question because there literally is hundreds and hundreds of stories. Yuri and I have lived a great adventure, through the world mural, and we're just so fortunate that the artwork has taken us, And we're so fortunate that, again, I really want to thank Mr. Schreier, because he really gave me
We can do it.
the energy. Yeah, really.
Let's
Can we
thank him.
just, Mr. and Mrs. Schreier.
That piece of the mural that Sean put his hand on, so, I don't know much about this process. How does that go from here to
Well, every
out
artist of the
there?
world mural will do a small section of their life during that. So that's almost like a self-portrait. My daughter's in that painting, and one of the terrible things that came out of this scandal was that hit me hard. Almost 80% of all the news outlets were saying that Jerry Sandusky destroyed these kids' lives forever. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So my daughter and I, my board of directors, we found over 400 people from around the world, like Oprah Winfrey, Winston Churchill, Maya Angelou, people that went through sexual violence that actually helped change the world. So behind my daughter in that painting are all of those people there to showcase that. And again, when you're there with your phone, you're going to actually hear some of those people talking about how they came through that and how they became a survivor through victimship.
Thank you for sharing those stories.
Thank you.
I think we've seen that, collectively we've seen your work thousands of times, but to get behind the scenes really reveals so much more.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Can I say one more thing?
You got the floor.
My daughter, or my whole family's at home watching, and they're the biggest reason that I do what I do, and I just want to say, Sky, I love you, and you're the greatest. So thank you very much. Thank you.